and federally charged with committing murder in aid of racketeering. Charles Liggins, Kenneth Robertson, Carlos Alford, Christopher Thomas, and Marcus Smart, all residents of
Marcus Smart? Damn, I didn't know he got down like that.
Chicago.
What's good, DLC? How you doing, family? Man, we back again with another video. Hey, it's been a minute, but I'm back. How y'all doing? I know y'all like the vids. I know y'all been fucking with me. Nah, don't trust me. That doesn't go for granted at all. But niggas got lives, okay? I went to a car meet today. Valid. That seemed like two of my dream cars. Shit was just everything. But now I've been trying to like get out the house more. My mom been on my back about staying in the house and doing YouTube all fucking day. So I went out the house for a little bit. But we back on the fucking grind, nigga. Don't get it fucked up. So make sure you sub, like, share, comment, do all that YouTube shit, bro. Turn off this light and we're gonna get to it.
Happens when two rising stars of the hip-hop scene who grew up together in the gritty streets of Chicago become entangled in the rap industry.
Bro, this jacket will always be insane to me.
Industry's gang culture that ends in violence and tragedy. This is the heartbreaking story of King Von and Lil Durk, Chicago's deadliest gangsters, whose tragic lives have left a trail of tears, pain, and unanswered questions. Growing up on the streets, Lil Durk had life pretty hard for him. From struggling with the projects to dropping
This nigga got beats in his head. Nah, that's insane.
out of high school, Lil Durk looked for ways to make life a little easier. The rapper had no choice but to turn to street life. Lil Durk engaged in petty crimes like shoplifting, hoping to survive.
What the fuck you had to show me a nigga ass to say shoplifting?
Off that, it didn't take long before he began dealing drugs and carrying weapons. Lil Durk caught his first weapons charge in 2012, and he was taken to jail, where he served 3 months. After his time in jail, the rapper decided to turn his gang lifestyle away from the public eye and run things more subtly. It was easier for Lil Durk to move things underground, as he became a rapper shortly after his release.
My first gun case, I took a year. I was like, man, I'm gonna stay out the street. And I was like, I just got signed. Being in Chicago, man, I don't know. Wrong place, wrong time, like I said. They found out I was on parole still.
However, the question for Lil Durk was how to keep his loyalty to the Black Disciples while maintaining his persona as an innocent rapper with
I mean, if they find... My thing is, I don't get... If gangs see that you finna do something that's finna really just, like, go crazy and shit possibly help them out, why the fuck would they still mess with you? Not like mess with you in the sense of your partners don't fuck with you no more, but in the sense of, oh, you ain't paying your dues, you ain't really one of us. Like, nigga, I'm out here working, striving, getting us bread. You feel me? Like, he was really paying, he damn near bought O-Block. So it's like, leave that nigga alone, let him do what he gotta do.
no affiliation to gang crime and street life. Lil Durk decided to show his loyalty to the Black Disciples by carrying on with their beef with their rival gang members, mainly the Gangster Disciple. Lil Durk did so by dissing gangsters in their rival gangs. One of his rivals, who felt the heat of his diss tracks, was rapper FBG Duck. Before the passing of 63rd and Gangster Disciple rapper FBG Duck, Lil Durk called him out and dissed him on several diss tracks like Should've Ducked and Back in Blood. On his track, Should've Ducked, Lil Durk called out FBG Duck. FBG Duck had just passed away when Lil Durk released some of these diss tracks aimed at this.
I was in the car. I'll be in the car. Oh, that mask on when you first you better blast. I was like, don't hear the fast. When I was in the car. Man, what? Singing every word to this, not knowing this about this nigga, bro. I thought this nigga was still alive. I don't even know who this is, but I thought he was still alive.
the 63rd rapper. On August 4th, 2020, FBG Duck lost his life to the ongoing Chicago gang violence. Duck was attacked a couple of weeks after releasing a track aimed at the fallen black disciples who had lost their lives to gang violence. T-Roy and Odie were both members of the Black Disciples who lost their lives to gangsters from the Gangsta Disciple set during the gang wars. All the names he called on the tracks were members of the Black Disciples who lost their lives to members of the gang.
Wait, there's two Sheroids? Or Sheroid? Sheroid? Is it Sheroid? My fault. My fault, Durk, if I'm pronouncing this. That nigga look like Lil Key. Lil Boo look like Lil Key. That's crazy. Lil Steve, OD, T-Roy, J Money.
Gangsta Disciples during the gang war.
FBG
Duck's diss track sparked outrage among members of the Black Disciples. So rapper Lil Durk took it upon himself to defend the fallen disciples from the Black Disciple set. But as always, Lil Durk was very subtle in his gang dealings. According to reports from the streets of Chicago, Lil Durk hired his right-hand man, King Von, to arrange the elimination of FBG Duck. Being one of the deadliest gangsters in the Black Disciple set, this task wasn't difficult for King Von to handle. We are sure to give you quality stories straight from our inside source to get first-hand information. Like Lil Durk, O-Block and Black Disciple rapper King Von was just as deadly and powerful. Aside from being best friends and colleagues in the rap industry, Lil Durk and King Von were affiliated with the same gang, which made it easier for them to work side by side when it came to gang matters and dealing with their ops from 63rd. The rivalry between the two gang sets has been ongoing for over 10 years, and it all began after a young kid from 63rd.
I heard about this. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but King Von killed him. Right? Hold on. He killed him. Then he killed him trying to kill his brother. And when they found out that they killed him, everybody was like heartbroken and all that. Then he killed some girl. I forgot her name.
Shondell Gregory, also known as Tuka, was murdered on the streets of Chicago by an O-Block gangster. It, however, went mainstream after many of these kids involved in the gang violence grew up to become rappers who shared their stories through their music. One of the rappers who capitalized his music on dissing dead ops was FBG Duck. After releasing the track Dead, where he called out fallen Black disciples, the gangsters on O-Block knew that they had to act on it, and rappers Lil Durk and King Von took it upon themselves.
That's the dumbest thing you can do. Why are you dissing the dead on a song and then get caught lacking, bro? If you gonna diss the dead, stay up, my nigga. Stay tack, move tack. You dissing the dead and getting caught lacking? That means they wasn't even trying to fuck with you, bro. They was trying to leave you alone. Then you diss the ops. You diss they dead homies. Now you gotta die. Like,
to avenge their gang. It was about 4:30 p.m. on August 4th, 2020, when the attack on FBG Duck's life happened at the Dolce & Gabbana store, 68 East Oak Street. The rapper had gone out shopping at the designer store in a high-end street in Chicago, where he shared an Instagram post showing his location.
Now, first and foremost, they pretty much detail a 15 minutes of chaotic scene where basically FBG Duck, he goes to like this opulent area. Okay, it's this rich part of Chicago. It's called like the Gold Coast, right? He goes shopping for his son. Now he goes shopping for his son and apparently goes with his girlfriend and some other person, I think, too. Hops out the car and he's waiting online. All right, well, first big mistake. You know, you shouldn't be waiting online when you got so much people. I get it.
Insiders from O-Block revealed that as soon as FBG Duck shared his location, the block got rowdy, with gangsters screaming and chanting as 5 men hopped into 2 different vehicles as they made their way to FBG Duck's location to carry out the hit on his life.
The police say simultaneously, as soon as Duck gets online, this surveillance footage, like a minute later, tracks in the surveillance footage from O-Block, tracks a bunch of dudes running down the stairs like wild hyenas to 2 cars outside. Basically, they were running down to the cars to go pull up on FBG Duck. So FBG Duck is waiting online, okay? Instantly, and you gotta say, somebody made a call, right? Duh, like, I mean, they don't have access to cameras. How do they know that Duck was there? Somebody made a call. Now, they hop in
This nigga Academic sucks, bro. I'm so sorry. Academic sucks, bro. He be chatting. Y'all think, bro? Y'all think I be chatting? Academics is the ultimate chatter, bro. Like, he don't even be talking about nothing. He just be talking. Dead serious, bro. That nigga just be talking about frivolous and random shit.
2 cars. One's a Chrysler, one's a Ford Fusion.
FBG Duck was shot.
Why the do we care that they driving Ford Focuses and like that? Why do we care? We don't.
Shopping with his baby mama, as their son's birthday was just about a week away.
He looked like a killer. I'm sorry, that was fucked up. I apologize to you.
They were just making their way out of the store when 2 men jumped out of a Chrysler and opened fire at FBG Duck, hitting him 21 times with neck,
21.
torso, and groin injuries. FBG Duck's baby mama and some passerby were also hit during the attack. The assassins managed to escape from the scene as police approached to help the victims. FBG Duck was taken to a hospital where he later succumbed to injuries he sustained during the attack. Rappers Lil Durk and FBG Duck were suspected of having carried out the hit on FBG Duck's life to defend their block. But not everyone believed this until the FBI revealed that they had an informant who told them that Lil Durk and King Von were most likely behind the incident.
Whoever snitched, boy, you better hope they don't find you. Cause, well, King Von, RIP, because he's no longer with us. But King Von and Lil Durk seemed like the type of people to torture people.
According to this informant, a famous rapper affiliated with the Black Disciples put up a bounty on FBG Duck's head shortly after he released the track, Dead. The Black Disciple rapper offered to pay a sum of $50,000 to anyone who was able to take out FBG Duck. However, when no one picked up the bounty, the rapper increased the offer to $100,000.
Don't ask me what the price is, man. It ain't going down yet. He want $1. $1.05.
At the time, the name of the person involved was not revealed, but the informant didn't fail to mention the most crucial part of his testimony. He revealed to the FBI that they were in fact 2 Chicago rappers who were involved in the elimination of FBG Duck. While one offered hundreds of thousands of dollars, the other rapper made custom-made O-Block jewelry for certain members of the Black Disciple set.
5 members of the O-Block Street Gang, a faction of the Black Disciples, arrested.
To Carlos. Nah, that's the hoodest shit I've ever heard. Nigga name is to Carlos.
And federally charged with committing murder in aid of racketeering. Charles Liggins, Kenneth Robertson, to Carlos Alford, Christopher Thomas, and Marcus Smart, all residents of
Marcus Smart? Damn, I didn't know he got down like that.
Chicago.
The year after, 5 men who were O-Block members were arrested for the murder of FBG Duck. The men, Charles Liggins.
My nigga Los like a pie. I mean, not even a pie head, like a crackhead. God damn. Bro, I really hope they don't come at me for my thoughts. Cause y'all can't lie, bro. You O-Block motherfuckers looked at Los and thought the same shit, bro. Leave me alone.
Also known as C Murder. Kenneth Robertson, also known as Kenny, and Kenny Mac. To Carlos Ofert, also known as Los. Christopher.
Why the fuck you make his name Hispanic?
Thomas, also known as C-Thang, 22, and Marcus Smart, also known as Muwap, were all charged with the murder in aid of racketeering and federal firearms violations and assaults in aid of racketeering. Both Muwap and C Murder were rappers known to be affiliated with Lil Durk's Only the Family label.
But then I called the number back and he was like, blah, blah, blah. We just want to inform you that, and these were his exact words. We just want to inform you that we have arrested the men who assassinated your son. And it was like something in me was like, what?
According to the authorities, these men arrested and charged with FBG Duck's assassination are all members of O-Block and the Black Disciples gang, who had publicly claimed responsibility for acts of violence.
They Jewish? People in the Black Disciple, the BDs, they Jewish? That was Jewish Star, wasn't it?
O-Block and the Black.
They Jewish? That's a dead serious question.
Disciples gang, who had publicly claimed responsibility for acts of violence across Chicago. The authorities also claimed that a number of them used social media and music to increase their criminal enterprise. When the FBI examined data from MUWAP, C-Murder, and C-Thang's cell phones, it was shocking that they discovered conversations with rapper King Von about the custom-made chains.
C-Murder.
Okay.
Yeah.
And both of these on one?
19 to 2010.
Okay.
Born date, yeah.
And this is on one pendant?
Yeah, 1922.
Okay. The curve is better.
I'm cool with that.
And then you just, how do you spell this?
C-H-E-N-O. Oh, right here.
So right here, Ivan, we're just adding C-H-E-N-O.
According to the FBI affidavit, King Von discussed jewelry designs for some members of the Only the Family crew members, including MUWAP and C-Murder. With the evidence from the authorities, it's pretty challenging to determine whether King Von was telling the truth about his relationship with FPG Duck shortly after Duck passed. King Von claimed that he and FPG Duck had settled their differences and genuinely discussed coming together for the better. King Von took to his Twitter and said, "Me and Duck settled our differences before he passed."
So this fucking boys.
He was talking about bringing everybody together as a whole and changing the community for the better. I'ma still stands on that, even though you diss my dead homies and family. The assassination of FPG Duck wasn't the only time King Von showed how much of a gangster he was. He was publicly accused of taking the lives of over 5 people, including gangster disciples Jakira Barnes. Also,
Jakira? That was her name, K.I. Bro, it was a video I watched. I forgot what it was. Bro, the nigga King Von was trying to fuck. I was like, that's how you get down, that's how you get down. Because that like a nigga. You feel me? Big dog. That's big bruh. Not shorty, that's big bruh.
Also known as K.I., Richard Modell, Derek Johnson, aka P5, Rodney Stewart, aka Boss Trail, and Malcolm Stuckey. All of these people were members of the Gangsta Disciples set on 63rd.
They want to know if you do a feature with Modell, P5, Malcolm. You know them? Nah. Alright, never mind. He already told us about Tuka. He said Tuka one of his favorites to work with.
I hope these 2 men are still alive.
They want to know about the Gleesh Place video.
Oh, Gleesh Place coming soon. And I do a feature with all them niggas.
All of these hits were mere speculations until the authorities revealed that King Von was the person who pulled the trigger on Jakira Barnes, the most notorious hitter from the Gangsta Disciples set on 63rd. 63rd's most notorious hitter, Jakira Barnes, was only 17 when she was gunned down on the streets of Chicago on the 11th of April, 2014.
Jakira Barnes died last month in April. She was 17 years old. She was killed in the Woodlawn neighborhood in a shooting, and she was shot multiple times. And so the police thought that she was targeted, that she was assassinated, essentially.
Before she passed away, Jakira was rumored to have been behind the assassination of a couple of people, mostly gangsters affiliated with the Black Disciples set of O-Block, like the infamous Odie Perry, who O-Block is named after. She was also rumored to have ended the lives of J Money and Geroid, who were members of the Black Disciples, and friends with King Von and Lil Durk.
On the street, which was a shooter or a hitter or an assassin. She was known to her rivals as somebody who was willing to shoot first, to ask questions later. It's all over the internet. In fact, on her own Twitter site, she called herself Taekwon Assassin. Taekwon was a friend of hers who was killed, and she vowed to avenge his death. So female shooters and gangs are...
The bullet from King Von's weapon allegedly ended the life of the notorious Jakira Barnes. Before he was taken out on the streets of Atlanta, King Von was rumored to have ended the life...
Damn, I forgot he died. I forgot he died in Atlanta. But I gotta find that video, but because it was a video where they was showing that he was like dead, DMing her, all that. I don't know if it was trolls or what, but
life of Jakira. But he was often defended by the public proof of the brewing online romance he shared with Jakira when they were alive.
Nigga.
Before turning to life on the streets, Jakira Barnes was a promising teenager with good grades. Her best friend revealed in a documentary that she dreamed of attending college after high school grades. Her best friend...
That's her best.
And revealed in the documentary that she dreamed of attending college after high school, but all that changed when she got mixed up with the gangsters in 63rd.
Her mom said she was a smart kid. She was kind of shy, even timid, some people said. I talked to people at the school who said it took a while for her to warm up to her classmates and to her teachers, but she had some initial discipline problems at the beginning and she got suspended. But after that, she was a good student, they said. So she graduated her 8th grade at Perspectives IIT Math and Science Academy. She went back there for her freshman year and things just did not work out. She had a really spotty attendance record. And the next thing you know, according to her mother, she was arrested for shooting a gun.
Being a gangster, Jakira was introduced to all sorts of street dangers, including engaging in crossfires with her ops from other blocks. This is how she met with Black Disciples gangster and rapper King Von.
Was a suspect in 3 to 5 shootings. One of those was a murder.
So
I talked to other...
They BDs? They're BDs and then they GDs? I don't know how that shit work. All I know is Bloods and Crips. I know I got Crips and Bloods in my family. So I don't know about none of that. They come up to me, they either throw up this or they be like, what's the other one? They be like this. They do those two. I'll be like, okay, cool, OG, you got it. This whole GD, BD, GDK, BDK, that's too much work, bro. Like, my mom hurt. I fuck around, get dyslexic and say the wrong thing.
There are sources who are closer to the streets, and those people say that she was thought to have committed at least 15 shootings. Either way you cut it.
King Von and Jakira never hid their feelings for each other. But while King Von wanted Jakira to abandon the gangster life, Jakira only lived for the streets. From sending flirty texts on Twitter to sending...
She looked more like a nigga than him. King Von. No wonder you like Asian doll. Oh, intrusive thought. I'm sorry.
Death threats to each other.
God, I can't be saying shit like that because she watched one of these videos when I popped. It was over with. She gonna get on Twitter. That nigga D-Lo react ugly as fuck. He don't know what he talking about. And I'm like, the fuck she mad about?
Jakira and King Von did it all. In a tweet posted to King Von's account, the rapper wrote, "At Taekwon Assassin, good afternoon, wifey." To which KI responded, "At King Von from the Wick, LOL, pound funny, what up, dude?" King Von replied to KI's tweet saying, "At Taekwon Assassin, LOL, I'm missing you. I be having you on my mind a lot, on David." But despite having such a heartwarming relationship, King Von and Jakira never shied away from the chance to hurt each other. They once met on a train where they got involved in a fight. After the fight, King Von wrote on Twitter, "I'll get whooped on the train, lackey. Think about it." To which KI replied in a tweet, "My arm up my ear, and I got a bruise on my face. Ain't got but a bruise on my face, but ain't tripping that 40 cal, but a hole in that opper's face." King Von and Jakira continued to go back and forth on Twitter until KI did something that King Von could never forgive. After King Von was arrested for taking out Boss Trail in 2012, he returned from prison to find out that Jakira had taken out 2 of his homies. On the day he got out, King Von tweeted, "That's like."
Then she killed, I think she killed OD. She killed either OD or that other dude. I forgot his name, I'm sorry.
Taekwon Assassin. What's up, ma? You don't miss her? KI responded in a tweet saying, "Hey, King Von from the Wick, what up, my boy? When we linking?" Alongside gun emojis. King Von replied saying, "LOL, what's with the guns? And on BD, you said you was gonna come see me if I get booked. What happened?" KI replied to his tweet saying, "How would it feel to lose your homie while you behind them bars during that time?" To which King Von responded by tweeting RIP to his fallen homies, B-Crack and J Money, who KI eliminated to get vengeance on King Von. After this incident, KI and King Von stopped being friendly until she was taken out in 2014. According to recent reports from the Chicago Police Department, they believe that King Von was the person who pulled the trigger on Jakira as she made her way to a party with her friend FBG Butter. Although Jakira lost her life in the incident, FBG Butter sustained some bullet wounds and survived. The authorities recently claimed that King Von was the alleged hit, and as they stated in the document, an unknown M1 wearing a gray hoodie and blue jeans approached the victims. The unknown offender then produced a handgun and began firing in the direction of the victims, striking all 3. The authorities further claimed that King Von wasn't arrested at the time due to lack of evidence. However, FBG Butter has claimed that it
That nigga like a fish.
wasn't King Von.
He like that fish off of, hold on. Cause nah, I'm not finna lose this train of thought. Look at this one. No bullshit. He looked just like this little fish, bro. Oh, never mind that. Oh. Too many tabs open. But I don't even trip like this wasn't that shit on Disney Channel though. She's the girl next door. Nice but not your heart that's pure. She's the girl next door. And what you get is what you see. Come on, baby, it's make believe. She can give you everything you need. She's the girl next door. Nice but not your heart that's pure. She's the girl next door. I can really sing for real. I'm sorry. My ADHD kicked in. But you can't lie. He do look like this fish though. Hold up. Let me see like. Why the fuck you zoom in on this shit? You tripping. Definitely like that fish.
Who opened fire at him on that fateful day. And even the authorities know it.
Man, what I know is, on my dead, Fawn didn't kill Kai. Period. And I ain't saying that because Fawn didn't kill Kai. I got shot too. I was right there. I got shot too.
He claimed in an interview that after the incident, the homicide unit approached him and asked him if he could identify the hitman.
Only reason wasn't no charges pursued on Vaughn because when homicide came to me, I'm a live victim. They get that, hey, is this the person who shot you? And once I saw who they brought to the pit, no. Hell no. And I ain't just say that because, oh man, you know, it's supposed to be your team.
Although he claimed he knew the person, he just couldn't snitch and speak on it.
I saw the motherfucker who popped up. He did. On first grade. And it was some grown.
Nigga said, I was first grade. He said on folks' grade, bro. That is insane.
In Aski, on first grade. V-Roy ain't to do with that shit, folks. That shit a facade, but you gotta think about it though.
Why he call this nigga V-Roy like that cool? I thought he was the ops.
Fawn took credit for a lot of murders in real life. He said he did a lot of shit.
According to FBG Butter, the person who identified the shooter immediately after the incident was a girl who was also present at the scene. She identified the victim and pointed at him when the police showed her picture.
In real life, it wasn't him, cause it was out there too who she told. She knew who it was. She saw who it was. She told the homicide detectives who it was. You see what I'm saying? But don't nobody speak of her. Her name not even in the paperwork. Lil B Gravy, she sat in the station, she did all that. She pointed about in the lineup, all that. And motherfucker don't speak.
But a claim that he kept his silence, and the person who carried out the hit has since been assassinated on the streets of Chicago. Lil Durk and King Von may have grown up together and lost most of their homies, but the two started facing tragedy together in 2019 when they allegedly attempted to murder a man on February 15th, 2019. The rappers were making a deal in the parking lot of the Varsity in Atlanta with the man who has come to be identified as Alexander Witherspoon. However, things didn't go as planned, as a crossfire ensued while the deal was going on. Alexander Witherspoon sustained a bullet wound to the leg during the crossfire as his Jeep Cherokee and $30,000 in cash were stolen from him. Rappers Lil Durk and King Von managed to escape from the scene unhurt, but surveillance footage captured the rappers on the scene.
Javita, APD says they used at least 5 cameras from local businesses, including this BP, as well as from the Varsity across the street in order to build their case against Lil Durk and his co-defendant. On Friday, detectives from Atlanta and Chicago testified in the criminal case against rapper Lil Durk.
That nigga guilty as hell.
In Fulton County Court. They say around 5 in the morning on February 5th, Lil Durk, whose real name is Durk Derek Banks.
See, he looked less innocent than Durk. Durk looked scared out of his mind. King Von sitting there like, well, I mean, they can't prove nothing. I didn't do it. You feel me? He's swirling in his chair and shit. That boy's scared though.
Alexander Witherspoon decided to press charges, and after further investigation, a warrant was put up for King Von and Lil Durk's arrest. Lil Durk turned himself into the authorities.
By a convicted felon. Today, his attorneys told us that both they and the rapper learned of these charges about a day or so ago. They also told us that he is currently on tour, at least he was until yesterday. They say they are hoping that he will be granted bond.
While King Von was arrested for not turning himself in. Lil Durk and King Von were both charged with attempted murder, as the prosecutors claimed that they were the ones who fired the weapon at Alexander Witherspoon and made away with his personal effects. When the tragic incident happened, Lil Durk and King Von fans believed they would get locked up for a long time for their crimes.
I work with some of Durk's producers, and the rumors, like, or the conversation within his
got no
was
neck,
that
straight
Durk
head.
might get washed for this, and that was
Really?
that was a narrative when it happened for a long time. People were very concerned that were close to him.
Like, I hate when people speak on shit like this, bro. You don't know, bro. You don't know. Like, I can see if you said coming straight out of King Von mouth or D-Thang mouth or any of his close homeboys, brothers, whoever you want, whatever you want to call them, coming out they mouth, he said that. They said that. But you talking about his producers and shit, bro, them niggas don't know nothing. They is guesses just like we is. They fans just like most of y'all niggas is. I ain't no fan. I ain't never been no fan ass nigga. I support, bro. Music good. She be hitting sometimes. I ain't no fucking fan, man.
That he was gonna get.
I got too much pride to ever call myself a fan.
I agree. It's glad that.
And y'all niggas that watch me faithfully and religiously, y'all not fans, bro. We family. Y'all supporters. Y'all support me. Y'all not fans, bro. Don't ever call yourself a fan of me. I will correct you quick, fast, and in a hurry.
He doesn't need to have this hanging over his head in the midst of all this success.
But the rappers could scale through with good lawyers on their side. According to their attorneys, Alexander Witherspoon, who claimed to be the victim, was the aggressor, as he threatened the rappers with his gun before anybody else pulled out a weapon. They added that the attorneys further stated that although they may have pulled out their weapons in self-defense, Alexander Witherspoon was not hurt by the bullets fired from the rappers' guns. Lil Durk claimed in several interviews that he did not fire a weapon at Alexander Witherspoon.
You're about to surrender as we speak.
Yeah.
How come?
Because I have nothing to add. Like, I have nothing to run from.
Did you do it? Did you shoot this man? Did you commit the other crimes of which you're accused?
On October 22nd, 2022, Lil Durk gained his freedom again when the murder charges were dropped due to prosecutorial discretion. Would King Von and Lil Durk have continued to carry out gang dealings if King Von was still alive?
That's it? I thought it was longer. Nah, that was a great video though. My fault if I was on my phone. I'm trying to make some business moves, you feel me? Your boy making business moves now. But with that being said, man, that's it for this video. What's this? The downward spiral of Lil Durk. I kinda wanna see this. I'll probably watch this one. I'll probably watch this right now. Who is this? But that was a great video, man. I'm sorry, this just caught my eye and it's kind of just, my ADHD kicked in. Is this real? This looks real. Is this real? Look at this. This shit looks real. That's crazy. But with that being said, man, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, do all that YouTube shit, man. Please sub up 100K by the end of the year. I'm gonna keep saying that shit. You know, speak it to existence. 100K by the end of the year. Yeah, make sure you share this with the people you know and you don't know, because they gonna like this shit for sure, man. I'm telling you. That being said, man, I'm out. Peace.
Subscribe!